All right. Whew. All right. How's it going, everybody? Hello, hello, hello. All right. So we got 2 articles and 1 video, but I'm gonna do the video first. This one's very interesting. This one is a very interesting one. This is about with Battlefield. It is Friday, so this is Friday night, any game night. And it's been a while since I played a specific game. So yeah. So we're gonna play a different game other than Battlefield tonight. Kind of a chillax, a little bit of a chillax day. So yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Okay. Let's see here. All right. So, without further ado, let's get into the video first. All right. Now this one is Enders talking about what is Battlefield even doing? What are they even doing? What's going on here? What's going on with Battlefield? What are they doing? So here we go.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we have a brand new Battlefield 6 community updates.
Oh,
this is their communication channel. It's greatly appreciated.
This is different.
But guys, I'm here to tell you, don't get too excited for the what's next section. Because I know some of you are probably assuming, oh, they're debriefing what happened in Season 2, hence Nightfall debrief. And what's next? Oh, that must mean Season 3, or what the next update contains, or what gameplay changes are coming next.
What are the next plans?
Let's find out. Sure to hit the like button, sub to the channel, and check out my second channel where I talk about perfumes, fragrances, all that sort of stuff. It's kind of my hobby, my passion, whatever you want to say. That link will be in the description. I've been recording videos regularly on that channel now. So if you want a different glimpse of Enders, well, there you go. All right, they start this post off by basically just talking about it launching. They talk about Nightfall, the limited time game mode. They talk about Hagental Base. They say Hagental Base has been a standout addition for many of you. I mean, you guys are going to have to tell me that. Has it been a standout addition? Because the player count's just been going down.
It has been going down, but it is, I will say it is a standout. But here's the thing. It's a standout not in the right reason. More cons than pros, I would say. The pro is it's an enclosed map. You can't throw mortars. You can't throw mortars anywhere and everywhere. You can't get vehicles spammed. There are some choke points which are cool and stuff. But to counteract the mortar spams, well, now you have people that are just firing RPGs, that are just throwing grenades like crazy, shooting air bursts, throwing I already said fire grenades, yeah. But like shooting air bursts, things like that, right? Those things are happening. Sniping, playing that, it's pretty rough, because again, we're dealing with sweet spots. So like a lot of people are like running around, sliding around, stuff like that, so it's kind of hard to pick people off, things like that. But the issue that the reason for the wrong reasons is because in the same update when they put out Hagental base is that they for breakthrough they decided to put the mortars for basically they did a mortar buff, and that's what caused a huge problem, especially in breakthrough. Like breakthrough it's so broken, like it's like you don't even know where to start. That's the problem, if that makes sense. Like I don't play breakthrough because I'm tired of getting hit by mortars um in every single map. This does like Hagental base is the only one that doesn't give me that issue. So
So I don't know if it's really sticking in people's heads.
no.
And I know player count like isn't everything, but it's starting to get really important.
No, it is player count is everything. It's even though people are gonna say it's not, it's truly a metric. It's still like a really important metric and tool to have, or data to have, because if not, that's how you can tell what's working, what's not working, type of thing. Clearly.
Because what do I see people mention all the time? Bots in their lobbies.
Yep.
Bots in their lobbies. So
And that issue, sorry, and bots in the lobbies, I understand. Hey, if a server just does not fill up, okay, then like after like a few minutes, okay, then go ahead and start slowly filling it up with bots. That's understandable, but they still need to have a persistent server, like a server browser, persistent server. Like they need to do that. And then after that, have the plan of adding bots in. Even though the whole like adding bots in the game was actually in early development stages of the game, like that was already thought about. But the fact that they don't have like a persistent player persistent server or official servers and stuff like that, that's a problem.
that's not good for the best-selling FPS game in recent memory. They go on to talk about the limited time mode being night vision mode and all that sort of stuff. And they say they have seen strong interest in experience like Nightfall sticking around beyond their initial play window.
The night vision the night vision, like Nightfall, night vision is, I want to say, is broken, but everybody ran support because all you had to do is just throw down supply pack, either the supply bag, or supply pack, and basically you have infinite usage of your MVGs.
Again, you guys are gonna have to tell me this in the comments section. Are you guys really interested in that limited time game mode?
It's fun for
Because
a
I
bit.
played it, I made a video on it. Yes, it was fun, but in my opinion, these modes are
It's fun to a certain extent.
maybe you play them like 3 times.
Yeah.
And then that's pretty much it in my experience.
Because once everybody, like, it's fun to play the first time because everybody doesn't know what's going on. People are like nervous and things like that. But then once people know, like, they have like the attachments needed to play that mode, or they know the spots of the map, things like that, everybody stays still.
They go on to say, they go on to talk about the next phase of season 2, which I believe is called Hunter Prey.
Which is going to be like operations.
They say with the next phase of the season, both the VL7 Smoke and Night Mode will be added to Portal, giving players another way to continue experimenting with these modifiers beyond their featured time frame. We'll continue evaluating how limited time modes are received and where they may make sense to return, evolve, or live on in other ways across Battlefield. Then they go into the third part of season 2. Guys, I shit you not. This is 3 sentences. 1, 2, 3. This is the next part of the season.
Yep.
And they wrote 3 sentences about it. Hunter Prey goes live on April 14th and marks the final phase of season 2. This update introduces more progression improvements, refines squad communication systems, and makes target adjustments to battle royale pacing and resource flow. It also restores VL7 smoke to Gauntlet as permanent mission modifier. Okay.
They're talking more about
Then they go into
red sec.
detail, which will be going. We'll be reading the things that they say after this. But that's kind of a summary of what's to come, right? And I have to just point this out: zero, and I mean a total of zero, impactful, important gameplay changes, additions. Just nothing mentioned about gameplay, really.
No.
And the gameplay is priority number one. It is the most important thing that they need to improve, that they must improve. It's not negotiable.
Yep.
If they want to make Battlefield 6 a better video game, if they want to fix the issues going on within the community right now.
The issue that I see with just the issue that I see right now with EA, I just have to. It's hard. It's just like hard to not say anything about it. But the issue that I see is that they know what the problem is when it comes to the games. But they don't just address the root problem and then work on that said problem. The reason why the reason why I'm saying this is because right before I went live, I saw that Kami put out he had a tweet that he saw or reposted a tweet from Apex Legends where they're doing the Vortex Shield. You guys remember the Vortex Shield? That's from Titanfall. From the first Titanfall, where a Titan would shoot would fire at you like ammunition and things like that, projectiles. And if you use the Vortex Shield, you would collect it. Like if you're Neo from the Matrix, you'd collect it. And then you were able to like shotgun it back to people. They're bringing that into Apex Legends, like in a following season. And he said, and Kami quote tweeted it, and he said, why not just bring back Titanfall? And that's like what a lot of people from EA are talking about. Like a lot of people from Respawn, like that love Respawn. They're like, why don't you just bring back Titanfall 1 or just make a Titanfall 3. It's like that's what a lot of people are just wanting. But instead they're just dancing around. It's like, oh, we're just gonna put all this stuff in Apex. No, it's not gonna feel like Titanfall at all. So it's like with this, it's like going back to Battlefield is like there's so many issues that's with like multiplayer and stuff, but they're not really addressing it. They're dancing around. They're like, oh well, here's another mode. Here's this, here's that. And it feels like Call of Duty all over again, where it's like, hey, there's this issue that's going on with multiplayer, this issue that's going on with Warzone or whatever. But they're like, oh man, yeah, okay, we see that. But anyway, here's some new skins that are coming out. It's like, no, fix the game first. And that was always a problem. Like, and I'm sorry against all my Red Sec people, but this is the problem this is the concern I had when I was QA testing, and I addressed this. I said, I understand you guys are trying to push the Red Sec Battle Royale. How I know is because you guys are making it free to play, and you guys are going to be adding challenges in, which I fear that you guys are going to incorporate the challenges to where you have to play Red Sec, which they did. Remember when Red Sec first came out, the first few months they had challenges where you had to play Red Sec or you had to reroll. So there was that. Then so there was that. And then I was like, then you guys are going to be working on other stuff for Red Sec, and there's still going to be issues with multiplayer that hasn't been addressed, that hasn't been fixed or anything like that. We still have the sniper decoys that cannot be on majority of solid surfaces because they'll sink into the ground. If you put it on a box, it will sink into the ground. It will sink into the box. If you put it on a rock in Firestorm, it sinks into the rock and you cannot get it back. That has been a day one issue. Sorry, got something in my eye. But yeah, it's been a day one issue, and it's very, very, very irritating. Sniper rifles having the sniper rifles having sweet spots is an issue. You can't because if you're if you're too far, like if you're too far away, you can barely see anybody. Um, because the only high power scope you have is a 10 times. And then you can't be too close because the weapon's not going to kill anybody. It's a 2-shot kill, which the rechambering is very slow. So there's nothing to do with that.
And the way people feel about the game and the declining player count, the declining interest, all that sort of stuff. It all hinges around them making the gameplay better, guys. They go on to talk about the progression updates. They mentioned that it's been one of the most consistent areas of feedback that has been mentioned. Yes, of course, it was a massive topic at launch, but
also another thing is they might add it in here. I don't know, but like having assists count as kills. Again, using a sniper rifle or DMR, mainly, I don't know about DMRs, but because I haven't experienced it yet, but using a sniper rifle, getting a 86 damage on a person or a 92 damage on a person or 99 on a person, and then somebody else pulling out a pistol and then just shooting them in the kneecap and they get the kill and you do not, like, that is what makes me mad as well.
How many people that complained about progression are still playing the game today? That's something to think about.
Right here.
Because I would be willing to bet that the things they did to progression is just too little too late. Like, you can't fuck up progression in a game when you release it.
You can, but it happened. Basically, how double XP is what normal flow of level progression should be for Battlefield. And then the issue is with Battlefield when it comes to the progression with the weapons, it's the same exact scopes and sights for every single weapon. I don't know why we have scopes that are three times and less for a majority on sniper rifles. It doesn't make sense. Why have multiple red dots for a sniper rifle? You're not going to be able to one-shot kill them up close because, again, we have that sweet spot issue.
Because guess what? Not even I want to spend that much time leveling a gun up. Imagine a guy with a normal job and like a family and in fucking he has to drive somewhere and get home and cook dinner. They're not killing 1,000 people.
Yeah.
To get a gun level 50, man. They're quitting the game. Okay? But anyway, they go on to say, progression is one of the most consistent areas of feedback since launch. Since the start of Season 2, we've further streamlined challenges, accelerated Battle Pass progression through XP, added more XP boost rewards to early career ranks, moved camo unlocks earlier, reduced all mastery XP requirements, and introduced a new XP curve that speeds up overall progression. We've also made improvements across challenges, tracking, and end-of-round progression to make the experience more reliable. With Hunter Prey, we're continuing that work with additional updates across weapons, vehicles, career ranks, and RedSec progression. So this is what they've already done.
Now, the issue that I have here is when they have these small battle pass events, like the one that they have with the CZ with the Scorpion SMG that came out. The issue that I have with that is they give you, like, everything is based off of the weekly challenges. And if you do all the weekly challenges, people were still left with only 5, with only 5 points left. And they had to wait a whole week just to get those 5 points, which I thought is really dumb. Like, they should give you probably 2 weeks, and then a weekly, like a big bonus, like a weekly bonus. If you get that, then you're good. That's what it should have been, but no.
And these changes are what they're going to continue to do. So, in terms of vehicle and weapon progression, they made it so you will earn mastery XP by using weapons or vehicles along with eliminations. Group progression, XP earn rates across multiplayer modes will be adjusted slightly to keep progression more consistent between playlists. Then they go into RedSec. Let me know in the comment section, are you guys interested in RedSec? Do you play it? Do you think it's important?
No. Nope. Battle Royales are played out. They've been played out. I told them this in the very beginning. Battle Royales are super played out. It's becoming like a norm. It's like almost becoming an FPS norm. And people are tired of it. I'm tired of it. Like, it's like if you don't have a battle royale, the game is going to fail. Well, look at, I'm sorry to say, but look at Battlefield. And then the thing is, the battle, like, again, if you guys played Firestorm, I don't even know if I'll be able to play it, but if I'm able, if I can be able to open up Battlefield 5 and then play a game of Firestorm, I will show you guys. Firestorm's BR, which was unfortunately behind a paywall because it was actually like if you bought Battlefield 5, that battle royale was more of a Battlefield battle royale than RedSec. That should tell you something.
And if you do play it, were you a Battlefield player before, or did you play other games? Like, I want to sort of do some digging here in the comment section. I want to figure out who RedSec is for, because in my opinion, the mode is pretty much done.
It was supposed to be for it's a mode to win over Call of Duty Warzone fans. That's all it is. You could easily tell by looking at the LAN event that they had, where a majority of the creators there were Call of Duty. So that should tell you something. And that was also another issue that I brought up.
And that's sad to say, because I don't think it's really a horrible game mode. No, I think it's okay. It's just 5 or 6 years past due, right? It's battle royales are kind of.
Let me put it this way: it's sad to say that I know I keep pausing. I know it's sad to say this, but it's like how Concord came out. Concord was in development for what, 8 years, and it was like it was the arena shooter, hero shooter type of thing, but it didn't do well, mainly because what the stuff that they were working on for the game is way past due. Like, people are already turning away from it. They're like, all right, we're done with the hero shooter arena style type of games. We're done with it. Because if you look at Concord was supposed to basically come out when Valorant came out. Like when Overwatch came out. Like, it was supposed to be around that time when it comes out. It would have done a little better. But they released it when it was way past its time. And that's what's happening with RedSec. It released way past its time. They try to amp it up with the Elite series, the RedSec Elite series, and then the Open series. But you saw what happened there. The results of that. They weren't able to make the game, or they weren't able to make it better because of what happened. So what do you do? Where do you go from there?
They're on the way out, in my opinion, at least. In terms of new ones, then they go on to say ping system improvements.
It's what I think it is.
You could argue this is a gameplay improvement, but you cannot argue this is what their main focus should be on,
No.
Maybe it's the main focus for like this update or the next season or a small update, but
if it regards to a long
this sort of shit is not going to improve BF6, dude. It's not going to get down to the bottom of it. They say that Hunter Prey introduces or addresses several issues that affected spotting and ping reliability across Battle Royale multiplayer. Long-range spotting for vehicles and drones should work more consistently. I like that. They're updating the game and they say, it should work more consistently.
That's already an issue because it's not clear. The reason why I'm saying that is because they're not clarifying. They're not making it a certain thing. They're saying, oh, it should work, meaning that there is a possibility that it doesn't work, and they can't be held accountable for it, type of thing. And this is why when we talk about like talking about like things that are factual and stuff like that, like, people want certainty. They don't want I think or maybe or I feel. No, people don't want that.
Anyway, and enemy soldiers will be prioritized more reliably over nearby interactable objects, also resolving issues that affected pings disappearing when pinging from certain vehicles with Battle Royale specifically. We are improving how certain items respond when pinged and addressing cases where pings would persist incorrectly after equipment changes. That means pings on loot should register more consistently, update properly when items are picked up, and clear correctly when canceled. This includes pings on the big map.
Okay, so I'm not even sure if they really talked about it, but when you ping somebody if you're on a big map, medium map, whatever, if you ping somebody that is a sniper, let's just, yeah, medium, medium to big map, quote unquote. If you are sniping and you see there's a sniper on a hill, right? Far distance, see a sniper on the hill, you ping the person, you'll see like a red marker pop up. Like you'll see the ping for the player pop up for a split second, and then a red marker will pop up, like probably like next to them. That person moves somewhere else. You ping that person, that red marker that would usually pop up next to them pops up at the previous spot. You would cancel it. You try to ping them again. That marker still shows up at that same spot. That is a big issue that I've had, that I hope that gets addressed. If not, again, I'm just gonna be mad. I'm gonna just be really pissed.
These updates are focused on restoring confidence in squad communication and ensuring that when you ping something, it behaves the way you expect. Then a bunch of red sec changes. A bunch of gauntlet changes. Stuff like that. They're talking about gauntlet.
Is mainly
Right.
focus on.
Do you guys play
Red Sec.
gauntlet?
Nope.
Let me know. I don't play gauntlet. I don't play Battlefield for gauntlet. I'm gonna play that right now. They mentioned Battle Royale solo testing. A lot of BR in here, guys. A lot of BR in this post.
Yep. Portal.
Portal. A lot of people play Portal. Really important. Yeah. Community highlights, and that's it. That's literally it. I'm not joking. This is the post. This is just community highlighting like different Portal codes and stuff like that, which is cool. That's great. That's fine. Great.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm gonna sound like a broken record here, but this is not. I don't give a fuck. Like I don't care. I doubt many of you care. You can feel free to tell me otherwise, but in terms of what people want to see, what people want to hear about, this is not it.
No. Not at all.
Let me know how you like this style of video. I just figured I'd flick on the camera for once. You know, I typically do the gameplay and then the voiceover with no camera. I figured I'd read it directly to you with camera, just so you guys, you know, less editing, more personable, relatable sort of feel, you know?
Yep.
So if you enjoy the content, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Check out the Fragrance channel as well. That'll be linked in the description. It's called Ode to Enders. And let me know what you think about all this stuff, man. Let me know what you think about their focus and whether or not Season 3 is going to be the season we've been waiting for, or is this going to be more of the same? Because if
it's not giving us anything.
Season 3 doesn't start to make headway on some of the most important issues, I'm not sure any season ever will.
All right. So, as Enders, let me go ahead and pop that in the chat. Yeah, it is. It is wild to see. I think I'm gonna drop a comment now. Who tried to win over with the Elite Series slash Open Series? Let's see here. Turned out about let's see. Turned out XP for the weapons are a tiny bit better. I know it's the sniper rifles for the mastery. Doing the mastery grind. Let's see here. Let's see. There's two 6 times, two 8 times. Okay, so two 6 times, two 8 times, a 10 times, and a 6 times thermal. Yeah, why the hell does sniper rifles have less sniper scopes than All right. All right. Sorry, guys. I had to put that long. I had to put a long comment in there. All right. Okay. 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 Next one. This one. No, this one's gonna be your actual recording itself. I'm gonna just make sure this is. I had to make sure my camera and stuff is set correctly. Okay. So turn this down a little bit. All right. All right. So this is. It's been a while, right, since we've done an article read, but we're gonna go ahead and get into this one. We all know about the stuff that's going with PlayStation 5 and their second price hike. I thought it was going to be, I thought it was actually the third time, but it actually it's only the second time. GameStop is actually trying to help people out, which I think is awesome. So here it says that GameStop trying to help players offset PS5 price hike with enhanced trade-in credits. What does that mean? Maybe if you try to trade in certain things to get a PS5, you get discounted more. I'm not entirely sure. We're gonna see what's going on here. But before you guys want to check this out, make sure to go check out That Park Place. That's where we're checking this article out, where we all do our article reads. And also, if you guys do enjoy more of this content, make sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel as well. I know I've been doing a lot of reactions right now, and but I'm trying to mix that in with article reads and then also with Battlefield gameplay content. But right now, Battlefield's in a weird state, so we're trying to go between all of them, I guess you'd say. Anyway, let's go ahead and let's get through this. So it says here that GameStop has introduced a short-term trade-in incentive aimed at helping some customers offset the impact of a recent price increase for PS5 consoles or PlayStation 5. This is that the retailers offer amplifies trade-in values for qualifying hardware ahead of the new pricing take effect in early April. So April 2nd, which is actually, it already passed as of this date right now. As it's recording, it is April 3rd. So everything has already increased. So they said that Sony Interactive Entertainment announced a global increase in the suggested retail prices for PS5 hardware lineup, effective April 2nd, 2026. It should have been April 1st, but people thought it would have been a joke, an April Fool's joke, but it'd been a sick joke, I guess you would say. They said that in the United States, the standard PS5 will rise to about $650. The PS5 digital edition is about $600. And then the PS5 Pro is $900, almost $1,000. The PlayStation Portal remotes player price will also increase to around $250. Sony attributed the adjustments to ongoing economic pressures, including higher costs of money, high costs of memory chips, and supply chain challenges. But here's the thing with the ongoing economic pressures, they don't realize that people cannot get a damn job anymore, or people are struggling to get a job. Wages don't even go up along with these economic pressures that are going on around the world. So who's going to really buy a PS5 Pro or a, regular PS5 or digital edition? Like, who's going to buy that? It's slowly becoming a rich person's hobby, which is ridiculous. So this is the promotion. So that GameStop's promotion, publicized on its official social media channels, increases the trade-in value of certain hardware models when customers trade in a working console and complete a purchase of a new hardware in a single transaction. It says GameStop has your back. So let's see what they said. They said, we heard the news. Oh, now we'll just click here. Yeah, let's do this and zoom in more. Oh, it's not going to do that. Okay. Never mind. Sorry, guys. So then they said here, we heard the news. They said on April 2nd, Sony will raise the price of PS5 Pro to $900. We're here to help. GameStop stores nationwide are now offering extra credit on all hardware. So whether you're trading in a base PS5 or for a PS5 Pro or dusting off an old console, now's your chance to beat the change and upgrade for less. Basically, it's like having basically this is your double XP, your double weapon XP type of sense, I guess you would say. All right, so then they said additional credit levels may vary by console model and condition, with the highest incremental values offered toward a PS5 Pro purchase. They said that customers must present functioning devices, including necessary cables and controllers, to qualify for the elevated trading amounts. So basically, what they had before, you trade like if you want to trade in your console, you make sure you have all the stuff for it to work. That's it. Let's see the fine print. They said, however, there is some fine print to be aware of. Oh, do tell. They said that the offer is limited in duration and, according to GameStop, runs through April 4th. So that only gives you 2 days. This gives buyers only 3 days, actually, to take advantage of the offer once the price increases. This is to get a little bit of stock. I was gonna say stock, but it gives them a little bit of a bump, I guess you'd say, in their sales. So then they said that let's see here. GameStop also requires participants to be enrolled in its Power Up Rewards. There's a catch. Loyalty program to receive the maximum credited value. The membership program carries an annual fee of $25, and trade-in payouts are issued as store credit rather than cash. Now, what is the purpose of having Power Up Rewards? Nothing really. Back then, people did it to get Game Informer magazines, which they no longer do, and Game Informer is under a whole different other company or entity. Where I still get my monthly magazines somewhere over there. But yeah, actually getting that extra like value and stuff, the credit and stuff, I don't know. I don't see the benefit of it anymore because people don't go to buy physical games at a GameStop anymore. Usually people just go to Best Buy and get their copy, or sometimes they'll get it for like they'll pre-order to get it at GameStop, but it's not enough to get a subscription, I guess you would say, for it. So context. They say here that GameStop's approach follows a similar initiative the company implemented in 2025 when Sony raised prices by around $50 in the United States. Excuse me, sorry. At that time, GameStop offered a temporary increase in trading credit for select consoles to encourage hardware upgrades. Trading credits can serve as a dual-purpose mechanism for retailers. For consumers, elevated trade-in values may reduce the effective cost of new hardware. For GameStop, acquiring used consoles at elevated store credit values creates inventory that may be resold, generating future revenue. Participation in loyalty programs such as Power Rewards Pro has long been a component since the company's revenue model. So they're trying to get more people to sign up for their membership, and then also to get more sales in, like I said before. So then they said that the heightened trade values are not guaranteed to fully neutralize the impact of higher suggested retail prices for all buyers. A customer's net benefit depends on the baseline trade-in value of their device and the specifics of their purchase. Moreover, availability of new consoles, including PS5 Pro models, has varied among retail outlets, with some reporting low stock levels following the pricing announcement. So let's see here. Sony's increase marks the second major price adjustment for the PS5 line in under a year. Companies such as Microsoft have also raised prices on gaming hardware and accessories in recent periods, reflecting broader industry trends tied to economic and production costs. And then they said, are you going to take advantage of this GameStop trading deal for the PS5? Let us know your thoughts, comments below. For me personally, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I had a chance of getting a PS5. I had one for Christmas. but I turned it down. And the reason why I turned it down is because everything modern gaming now, it requires online. That means it requires another account and it requires another subscription, things like that. I don't. I used to have a PSN account, and the reason why is because of my PS Vita, and that was just so I can download games from the store, buy games from the store, and then be able to play on my Vita. That's it. But I wouldn't even use the thing is, I wouldn't use a PS5 to play online. I would just have it to play like probably exclusive titles. But at that time, there was nothing really that I wanted to play that was worth it on PS5. Now, when it came to the edition that I got was for Christmas, it was the limited edition PS5 Ghost of Yote, and it was the PS5 with the disc drive already attached to it, which I like. I don't like the digital ones because I like physical copy of games. And I know that the PS5 Pro, it's like, well, obviously it doesn't have a disc drive, but it has like that new like optimized system that they have, the PSS, what is it, the PSSR 5 or 2 or something like that, something like that. But which is like, again, that's cool, but it's like I'm not gonna pay an extra few $100s to have that, right? So I was like, hey, I got an Xbox already. I've had an Xbox Live account since the damn thing came out, pretty much. So it's okay. Like I will just stick with running with the Xbox because I have multiple games that I could play online. Like I already have online only stuff. And I have a ton of games for Xbox. PS5 most likely is going to sit in the box, so that's why I returned it. So yeah, but other than that, let me know in the comments what you guys think about the whole thing with GameStop. Are you guys going to be doing some trade-ins? And also a big question is how much money you're going to get if you say trade in a Xbox Series S or Xbox Series X for a PS5 Pro. I wonder how much your trading credit is, because we know the memes for GameStop where you could trade in a whole stack of games. It's like, we'll give you $20 for it, or we'll give you $10 for it, type of thing. Anyway, Salvacino, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Peace. All right, man. Article reads, love them. All right, one more. This was interesting. This is a very interesting one, ladies and gentlemen, because apparently, excuse me, because apparently, and we know the situation that has been going on with Epic Games, which they may address in this. So let's see. Again, this is from That Park Place. So if you guys do enjoy the content, make sure to go check them out. I'll have a link down below this whole article. And if you guys do like all the information that you get receiving here, make sure to drop a like on the video and also subscribe to the channel. We'll be doing more of these article reads in the future. So let's see what's going on with Disney trying to buy Epic Games. What's going on here? All right. So they said here that recent reports in business and gaming media have sparked discussion about whether the Walt Disney Company is considering acquiring Epic Games, the developer of Fortnite. This is not the first time the idea has been rumored, but recent comments seem to show that Disney might actually be considering the move. Now, why is that? Because Fortnite has done a lot of events with Disney. They have done Marvel series. They also have characters in it. They have like the in-game events and stuff that they had with like Star Wars. They always do that too. So, yeah, this has Disney kind of like a little nudging into it. So, They said here, they said, where the renewed discussion is coming from. So they said that tech journalist Alex Heath, known for his reporting on technology and entertainment business trends, discussed the possibility of Disney acquiring Epic Games on the Town podcast in March 2026. He stated that he knows for a fact some senior Disney executives are interested in buying Epic if the opportunity arises. And it seems like the opportunity is arising because they just did that 1,000 employee layoff because they're trying to save $500 million. Million with an M, $500 million, which is billion with a B, which is insane. So they said that he also emphasized that this reflects internal interest rather than an active deal. He noted that opinions with Disney are divided, with other executives reportedly seeing such an acquisition as too risky or strategically unwise. Goodness gracious, my voice. Former Disney executive floats Epic Games as a major target. Again, they already have stuff that's going on with Fortnite in their events and stuff, so why not? Comments about Disney buying Epic Games weren't limited to just one podcast. Kevin Mayer, who previously held a top role at Disney and now leads Candle Media, also argued that Disney needs to think bigger when it comes to gaming. They said that during an appearance on CNBC, Mayer suggested the company will have to make aggressive moves if it wants stronger growth and better return for investors. Now, we all know what's going on with Disney. Disney has not been very well either. Especially in the movie side with Snow White and stuff, it didn't do so hot. So they're probably trying to make they're trying to make a comeback in some way. So they said, D'Amaro will need to take bold steps to help Disney make more money and grow its stock price, he said. What rises an obvious question? What qualifies as a bold step in the context? He said that I think Epic or some other video game asset would be a great addition to the Walt Disney Company's asset base, Mayer explained. In other words, this isn't about licensing characters or testing the waters with collaborations anymore. It's about ownership. It said that Disney and Epic's existing relationship, Disney's relationship with Epic Games strengthened in early 2024 through a 1.5 billion strategic investment, marking one of the company's largest moves into the gaming and interactive media sector. All right, so which is true. There's a lot of there was starting to become a rise in different sources of like entertainment media, like from movies and stuff, studios that are trying to get into the gaming sector. A good example, Blumhouse. We know Blumhouse studios that make insane horror movies, some very good ones and very insane ones. They invested in a studio for games, and now they have Blumhouse Games Studio, and they have a few games that are going to be coming out, which I think is really cool. So I think it's amazing. So let's see here. They said that the Walt Disney Company acquired a minority equity stake in Epic, enabling collaborations without transferring control or signaling an imminent acquisition. The partnership focuses on creating a new gaming entertainment universe within Fortnite, allowing players to play, watch, create, and shop with content and characters from Disney's major franchises, including Marvel, Star Wars, Pixar, and Avatar. Sure. We said that before this investment, Disney and Epic had already collaborated on seasonal Fortnite events and in-game activations, as Star Wars one. They said that despite the financial and strategic tie, Epic Games remains an independent, founder-led company, continuing to operate privately while working closely with Disney on gaming initiatives. What is the industry context? So, what does this mean? They say that in March 2026, Epic Games announced layoffs affecting more than 1,000 employees, representing a significant portion of its workforce. CEO Tim Sweeney said in a company memo that the cuts were due to a downturn in engagement with Fortnite that began in 2025, which caused the company to be spending significantly more than we're making, forcing major cost reductions and stabilized finances. Now, as of this recording, I did do a video where I reacted to Young Yeah talking about Epic Games and the CEO. And also there's one with me reacting to the background NPC. I'll make sure to have those linked down below if you guys want to go more into those ones that dig more into Epic Games and the CEO and stuff. It's insane. All right, so then they said here's the player count for Fortnite. Players right now 739,458. 24-hour peak was 1.2 million, almost 1.3. And an all-time peak 6 months ago was 14.3 million players. Now that's probably due to events, or like FNCS, things like that. Who knows? So then they said that alongside the workforce reductions, Epic identified more than 500 million in cost savings by reducing expenditures on contracting, marketing, and unfulfilled roles. Why analysts discuss a potential buyout? They said that industry analysts have highlighted several reasons why Disney might consider an acquisition with Epic Games. All right, let's see what they have. They said that strategic expansion, acquiring a major game developer with a large engaged user base, could give Disney greater reach in interactive entertainment. While Disney has partnered with gaming companies to integrate its characters and intellectual property, the company has yet to fully develop games under its own creative direction. Okay. Like, hey, we can't come up with our own games. We already partnered with them. We already invested in them. Let's just feed them some stuff. Easy. They said that technology assets. Epic's Unreal Engine is widely used across gaming and other industries, offering potential synergies with Disney's content ecosystem. Now, I wonder if my thing is like if they do a buyout, if Disney does acquire Epic Games, and Epic Games is the owner of Unreal Engine, does that technically fall under Disney's ownership now? And if that's the case, I would be kind of concerned because sometimes Disney could be stingy with their money, so or be greedy. And I really do not like to see Unreal Engine go under a paywall or some sort of subscription type of thing. That's something I would fear. All right, so then the next thing that they said is Fortnite. As one of the largest online games globally, Fortnite represents a major platform for engagement. Disney has already collaborated with Epic on seasonal in-game content, strengthening its presence within the game over the recent years. Again, it's just the in-game events. That's it. All right, so then they said challenges to any acquisition. A full acquisition of Epic Games would face several substantial hurdles. All right, here we go. What do we got here? So then they said that founder control. Epic Games remains an independent, privately held company. CEO Tim Sweeney holds the largest individual share and retains controlling interest, while outsider investors, including Tencent, Disney, Sony, and Kirkby, hold minority stakes. Any acquisition would depend on whether Sweeney is willing to relinquish control, which I don't think he's going to. Unless something really happens and they tell him that he needs to step down. Which, honestly, I'm shocked that he hasn't yet. Company structure. They said owning Epic involves more than success to Fortnite. Disney would need to expand into areas outside of its traditional expertise, including development and maintenance of Unreal Engine and supporting infrastructure for live service gaming. While Disney has extensive experience in movies, television, and other entertainment, large-scale gaming technology would be a new operational era for the company. Now, I will say this for like Epic Game. If Disney were to do Epic Game stuff, it would be kind of cool to see if they have like some sort of like movie production side to it. Like, I don't know, like movie production tools. I know there's like there's cameras and you can work like kind of like a cutscene and stuff. But I wonder if there would be like a simpler way modular, I guess you would say, to try to make like a movie production using only Unreal Engine, you know? So I wonder if that would be something that they probably thought about. All right, so then they said lastly that franchise management for the last hurdle. Successfully integrating Epic and its properties would require careful management of creative assets. Disney has forced challenges balancing franchise expectations with audience reception in recent projects, highlighting the complexity of managing additional high profile entertainment properties. Having alienated many Star Wars fans with recent projects and underperforming in the latest phases of Marvel Cinematic Universe, Disney might need to focus on improving what it already has, which is true. Um, yeah, because Star Wars wasn't that great. I have to say, Star Wars was not great. After when they did the prequels, which is episodes 1, 2, and 3, um, for me, Star Wars it went downhill. The shows were okay. Obi-Wan was good. I like that one. Mandalorian, honestly, I'm gonna be honest, I haven't even watched it. Um, so, but people were saying that was good. But for me, it didn't seem interesting to me. It kind of like bored it. It just didn't capture my interest, if that makes sense. So, conclusion. They said that Alex Heath's comments suggest that discussions about potential acquisition have moved beyond beyond mere rumors into active internal consideration. Whether Disney will pursue or even should pursue acquiring Epic Games remains uncertain. All right. So, what do you think about Disney potentially acquiring Epic Games? Is it a brilliant step in the gaming world or a risk that Disney won't be able to manage? Let us know in your thoughts in the comments below. I will say, me personally, I think it's a double-edged sword because, yes, you have it in gaming, and if there are any lawsuits or anything of that nature that would arise, like the one with Apple and stuff like that, well, they're backed by Disney. But the thing is, now Disney has to deal with Epic Games' burden, and also Epic Games has to deal with Disney's burden. And because you know how stuff has gone with TV shows and movies, like they stated before, that kind of puts an effect on Epic Games as well. So it's like, you really want to have that baggage with you? Do you really want to have those scars? Don't know, but I just think there's more cons than pros. So for me personally, I don't think that they should acquire. They shouldn't acquire. They should work on their stuff. Once they are known and successful for what they have been doing in the past, I'm gonna say 10 years, then come back to the table about acquiring Epic Games. That's it. So that's all I got for this video. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about the whole acquisition between Disney and Epic Games. Do you guys think it's good? Do you guys think it's bad? Are you guys in the same boat as me, or is there something else that I'm missing? And I'd love to hear your comments about it too. So that's it for the video, and I appreciate it. It's off channel. See you guys later. Have a good one. Peace. All righty. Let's see. Disney talking. All right, so I got those two. Nice. Also have to see some. Let's see. So calling up game. All right, so those are article reads. What am I missing here? Okay, so I have that done. We could delete this one. So I got to edit. The next thing I got to edit is the Battlefield Moto race, which will be tomorrow or later today. And then I have another video, and then the article reads. Okay. I'm just trying to stay on top of things. Okay. Ooh, excuse me. Alrighty. All right. Oh yeah. Mm. All right. Hold on. Excuse me. Why is this not working? Why's my gameplay capture not working? What the? Oh shoot. Hold on. Hmm. That is so weird. It cuts out. Hmm. All right, let me see here. Properties here. No. Okay. That's fine. Give me 1 second. Trying to fix this issue. Wait, hold on. Do this. Yeah, it's on game. All right. Um. Trying to figure out what's going on with my. Okay. So let's see here. The gameplay and capture, okay. That
Managed democracy, the pillar that keeps us safe in these trying times. Super Earth, governed by you.
but for some reason it cuts out. What is that? Why are you cutting out? Hmm. Very interesting. Okay, hold on. I gotta try something. So if I do, hold on, I gotta switch some cables out. Hmm. Trying to hear the audio. Come on. Oh. Oh. Okay, so yeah, something broke. All right, hold on. Turn it back on. Uh-oh. Uh, okay. I think I know what it's a possibility, but I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to check, but I think the game audio driver is for some reason is let's see here. Sorry guys, technical difficulties. All right, check. Give me a second. I'm gonna have to go full mute. There won't be any music or anything like that. I gotta try to repair the file and see what happened there. So, 1 second.